We got sound effects, even though they're not natural, but we got the crazy sound effects. Man, you rock with your girl, Lady Streets, and DJ shawnski. Now, we just heard, was that Beyonce?
That was Beyonce, yes it was.
Put it in a love song. You know what's so crazy? She has a new album coming out, right?
Oh, yes, she does.
And supposedly it was pushed back. Because the single that she has out right now, that girl single, that it's not even doing that well on iTunes.
Uh-oh.
We're talking about an artist that's always usually debuting or eventually ends up at #1. To have a song debut on the charts, I think top 10 for her is a little, for most artists that's a good thing, but for her it's not good. Oh. And you know, Jay-Z's her manager now. So they're holding back her album.
Oh.
So it leads me to believe two things. There was a listening party, it didn't get a good review, or she just wants to basically do something to reclaim her throne, because Rihanna is that chick right now. I don't know why. She can't sing worth for hell, but
oh,
you know.
Man. Well, you know, it is what it is. When it's your time, it's your time, and when it's not your time, you know, that's when, you know, things kind of like fall apart, but she'll bounce back though.
That's like the nice guy answer. That's why you're such a nice guy. Me, no. Let's be honest. You know, and I say this about a lot of artists, and this is why artists, and I hate the word artists. That's not a word, people. Artists. When there's an S on the end of artist, it's still artists. These artists always say, I'm #1. And this is the thing that my mother always told me. You can never be #1. You strive to be one of the best. #1 is a title that never holds for long. Just like that saying, all great nations fail. Apply that saying to music. You're only #1 for so long, and in this business, you're only as hard as your last hit. So, you know, that's my philosophy. Sean?
Well, I mean, everybody has their opinion. I mean, some people like, you know, some other people's music, and then, you know, it's just, it all depends on how you feel about the song, because everybody has their opinion. I mean, like, when I go buy, like, when I used to buy, but when I download certain music, it's like, you know, you get like a CD that has like 3 or 4 hot tracks that I might think that it might be nice or I might like, and then other people are like, no, that CD was whack, you know. So it all, to each his own, you know. Everybody feels different music differently, you know. So I mean, everybody has their opinion.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody has their own opinion. But when it comes to a consensus and majority ruling, and Beyonce's been that #1 chick for the last decade.
Yeah.
You know, and to like not be able to have one of your songs go #1, that's a little distressing to her. And you know, that's just how I look at that. Like, you know, I tell every artist that you can never be #1. Strive, instead of being #1, strive to be one of the best.
Yeah. I think maybe, you know, maybe the husband might have something to do with that.
Well, you know, it's sad in music because you got to change. Music is evolution. It's an evolving door. You have to change to it. You have to be acclimated to it. But sometimes you don't want to stray from the format and that blueprint that you've been using that has made you successful. You know, I truly believe in, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So if the format she's been using for all these years has garnered the attention, the accolades, the notoriety that she has, why would she switch up and try something new? You don't try something new until something old is not working. That's just how I feel.
You gotta give something to try, you know, once in a while. But in other words, I guess that's the one that just didn't work.
Well, I would have definitely put a strain on your relationship, though. Like, you know, her husband's her manager, and she's like in a limbo of what she's going to do.
I heard that was like a bad combination, because I was watching Toni Braxton, and her sister could sing, and she was doing her own thing, and her husband, whatever his name is.
Yeah, the husband, he's Lady Gaga's manager. Okay. For those of y'all that don't watch Braxton Family Rules.
So it's like, you know, Lady Gaga's doing big things, and, you know, his wife, you know, feels that if he brings her in, and if the record flops, it'll make him...
It would put a strain on their marriage.
Yeah, it would put a strain. So that's basically the same concept of what's going on with Beyonce and Jay-Z right now.
Yeah, I know.
Fair to say.
Gotta love it. And speaking of, like, we're doing, you know, this isn't necessarily the industry gossip part of the show. We didn't do it tonight, but we're just going to touch on a couple of things. Speaking of that, there's somebody else that I wanted to just touch on real quick. For all you people out there listening, this is Dummy Rule 101. Guess who's just got bagged for murder? Again.
Wow, murder again. Don't say T.I.
T.I. never been back for murder?
Well, I'm saying he got caught up in a lot of things, so.
No, not murder.
Okay.
Alright, so for those of y'all that don't know, your man Cassidy.
Oh, yeah, I think I did hear something.
Cassidy got bagged for attempted murder and murder. 2 different charges. Stemming from an incident in Philadelphia that was about a month ago.
Okay.
So now he's right now being held with no bail. He was just arrested in a sting. They did a raid. They arrested him in New Jersey over the weekend.
Are you serious?
So basically your boy's going back to jail. And this is my thing. This is why I say this is dummy rule 101. If you've been acquitted of murder 1, you've been acquitted. Why do you associate with the same things that will get you the same charges again?
That's what I don't understand. You know, some people just gotta learn to grow up.
Oh, he's gonna learn to grow up right in jail underneath Big Bug.
Oh, don't
He'll
say
be
that.
growing up all right, right up underneath his shoulders, arms, knees, caps, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you gotta think about that. Paid lawyer or not, you're not gonna get a murder charge, get acquitted, and pick up another murder charge. You're gonna do some type of time. Yeah, you may get acquitted of the murder. You know, if he has the money, if they didn't freeze all his assets, cause you know how this government is. You know, so hopefully he can get acquitted. But if he doesn't,